Coach. Thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Portland Lumberjacks. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
Hey, Charlie.
Throwing on first down, James. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. James. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Back to throw. James. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
Yo, go, go! Mike 4. Check right, go!
Here's Stick, 3rd and long. That's caught by Howard. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. A good pickup there at 22.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. Oh, some strong running, and all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Go now, 70, Indy. Look at me. Go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Single.
Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 4. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
218, chop it. Get it.
Here's Stick on 1st and 10. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Smooth.
Stick looks to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Matchbox right.
It's 2nd and 8.
Hey, echo.
The 42-yard line.
Hey, they're scared. Ready.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stick. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight.
Topper. Hey, Orbit.
Check 25. Check 25. Like 4.
Go.
A shotgun throw for Stick. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hey, Zoo.
On 2nd down, it's Stick. And they will finally get him to the ground as he's forced to tuck it and take the sack.
Hey, Alpha.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
Stick from the gun. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Go. 70, Indy. Get it.
Here's James. Off the play fake. He'll buy some time. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And it looks like this one won't work out. Hams team able to secure the football. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Check three.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the ball is knocked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check. Ready.
And to give this time to the tailback. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field.
Ready.
While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. From the 30 on 2nd down. Stick. He completes it to Evans. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Here's Stick looking to throw. He's got it. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Slam.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Easton Stick with his second touchdown here in this first half. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Point after up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. James now on 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And that is incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. On the return, it's King. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with to have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he fumbled it. It's on the... And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown.
They don't want it, boys. They don't want it.
So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. James, following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of the defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
We got 4.
2nd and 10. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown! Andy Isabella, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, That meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. Have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Here's a 2nd and 7. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
To throw is James. Throwing on first down. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. Thomas, the intended target. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Hey, Charlie! Watch the
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
You got tape.
He'll look to throw, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Hey, exit.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's complete to Hopkins. A good gain of 12 yards that time. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now James. Operating from the gun. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. So now on comes the field goal unit here. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Check safety, check safety.
6-6, pull it high.
Check.
Snap.
Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. Airing this one out for Evans. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go, let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Hey, box drop.
Check.
Get it.
Now a draw play for Gurley. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Stick back to pass. And that one's complete to Gurley. Right through him.
Boom, bam, biff.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
Recon, 132 fighter.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ready?
On 2nd and 9. Stick. And an alley to run. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Hey,
now Stick. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Hey, echo.
On 1st and 10, James. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's going the other way.
It's not often that we see big plays end in disaster, and we just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
Can you, when you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line, and sometimes you get the ball out ahead away from your body, or you're trying to extend to get there, or maybe you're just trying so hard that the ball will come out of your hands. In any event, that's a big opportunity lost.
A big run there by Gurley. 44 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Protein spill.
From just shy of midfield, Stick taking a... He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for the touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And I think I saw that right. You tell me if I'm wrong. That was just a fly route, just to go. He went.
Sometimes speed, just pure speed, is going to win. I don't care how athletic you are on the other side of the ball. When a guy's that fast and he can just take off, if a quarterback has time to throw the ball and release it when he wants to, that's the end result. Nothing you can do about that. He was just a better athlete on that play.
This is taken at his 4. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. James. He gets it to Thomas. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. He'll have a first down and more past the 20 as they'll finally stop him at the 23-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
On the set. Chopper.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Check the backer, check the backer. 36.
Hey, Zoo.
Gurley again here on first down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now back to throw. And this is caught by Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. Back now in the Rose City of Portland, Oregon. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On first down, it's Gurley. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
Gurley on first down with no blocking help there as he won't even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 1. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll look to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's James. From the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back to throw. James. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back 1 pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And a huge play that time. 57 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Mike Evans with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where...
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
They'll set up a throw. Airing this one out for Evans. It got his man complete. It's a big play there. 42 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. He's got daylight. 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation. And now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Here we go.
At the 49
Here we go.
On 2nd and 9. Stick on the crossing route. Complete. That's Schwartz. 16 yards, a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. Looking to throw. James. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. 2nd and 9 now. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Check curls, check curls, check fire.
James now operating from the gun. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
But they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get into that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Going to give this time to the tailback. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Kill, kill, kill. Shift. Watch the shift. Wahoo.
Back to throw. Completes it to Samuel. A big 30-yard play on third. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because...
And it's a fumble. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Hey, check, Mike.
They're going to look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Mike 21, check Mike 21. He's scared. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. You ain't doing nothing.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to let this one go deep. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And that last penalty makes this 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5.
18's the mic. Here we go.
He'll look to throw. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. They'll drop to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.